People often ask the question, is the American dream dead? I believe the moment we stop dreaming, we might as well be. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, the creator of American Dream TV, a national TV show centered around real estate, lifestyle, and culture. A real show showing you real neighborhoods from real professionals. Today, we're going to take you all across the country, showing you why we live in the greatest country on the planet. Let's get this show started right now.
Coast to coast, it's not just about houses. It's about how people live, work, and dream. These streets hold stories. These homes hold hope. And the people, they're the heartbeat of something bigger. This isn't just real estate. This is the real America. One neighborhood at a time. Welcome to your neighborhood. Welcome to the American Dream.
Welcome to the American Dream, where we showcase the people, places, and stories that define the heartbeat of our cities.
Today we're in Denver, a vibrant city known for its ever-changing culinary scene. We get to interview Chef Dana Rodrigues, a world-renowned restaurateur who's behind some of Denver's greatest dining destinations.
We're Christie and Kelly, and this is the American Dream, Denver style.
Thank you for inviting us to Carne today, Dana. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm the chef owner of Carne, working class, culinary partner at Casa Bonita, and partner at Rioja restaurant. I moved from Mexico in 1998. I opened Panzano in 1998 as a dishwasher, and I learned prep, pantry, how to be a sous chef, how to be a pastry chef, and now I have my own restaurants, and it's been an amazing journey. I have the best mentors in the industry, and that's how I become a chef here after 28 years, working every day.
What's some of the biggest challenges you faced?
One of the biggest challenges I have in the beginning when I moved from Mexico was my language barrier. You want to keep growing fast, but that's the one thing that I'm not ready to communicate with people at 100%. And especially in the restaurant industry, you got to be aware of everything. Things that you don't know and you're not familiar with. I always wanted to make sure I understand everything at 100%. That was the biggest challenge I probably ever have.
When people talk about the American Dream, that means something different for everybody. What is the American Dream to you?
To me, it's just having an opportunity, especially for an immigrant person, single mom moving from Mexico, having the opportunity to grow business that you cannot do in your own country, and you have the opportunity here, I can become a mentor, I can become a restaurant owner, I can be a restaurateur. Now I'm showing other people how to grow in this industry. That's the American dream to me, the opportunity that when you want something, you work hard for. Doesn't matter who you are, what color, what size, man, woman, where you came from. So you have all the tools here to accomplish your dream.
Each of your restaurants have a unique identity. You have Carne, working class, and Casa Bonita. How did you decide what experience you wanted to create for your customers?
All the locations in my restaurants have a different identity. So you want to create an experience for your guests based on demography, what is necessary in that part of town. The crazy thing is everybody thinks because I'm Mexican, all my restaurants are Mexican. Working class in Rhino, it is American Southern. Obviously, Casa Bonita is a Mexican restaurant that has been established for 52 years. Carne is a global steakhouse. What I'm trying to do is to show people what I learned to provide a good experience for them. Carne is my trip that I do around the world. That people don't need to go to an Italian restaurant to have an amazing Bioli scallopini and pasta here. Working class is totally American Southern and South Mexico. I look around in the demography and I say, what do they need here? If they have 5 Italian restaurants, you cannot open another Italian, right? Yeah. So it's what do they need with my twist, with my flavor, with my spices that I like to do? That's what I present to my guests every time they come to the restaurant.
Looking back, what's one lesson that you've learned that you hope other aspiring chefs can take to heart?
Sometimes I say, don't open a restaurant, but that's not true because that's your passion and that's what you want to do. But it's more educate yourself. Take the time to learn what a business really means. Chefs, we are like an artist, like we wanted to create. We don't think about legal, accounting systems, insurance, all of those things that it takes to run a business. We just think like, I'm gonna make the best food and I'm gonna love it and people is gonna love it and everything's gonna be fine. When you own your first one, that's when you start like, oh, I shouldn't learn a little bit how to read a P&L, you know, what the cash flow means, insurance, liability, and learn how to become the next mentor to the next generation, that they don't go through the same thing that we have to go through.
Rhino has become Denver's hub for food, art, and culture.
It's clear that Denver's story is not just being written in its neighborhoods, but on its plates. Thank you for joining us today for The American Dream. We'll see you next time.
In the 1800s, Denver was a rough and wild mining camp. Today, it is a busy, bustling city and the capital of Colorado. We're gonna go on a walking tour and learn how this city became what it is today. I'm Rachel Folger, and this is The American Dream, Selling Colorado. Hi, Bill, so nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Thanks for having us today.
And who do we have here?
This is my family.
All right, nice to meet all of you.
All right, tell us a little bit about what we're gonna see today.
Well, I'm glad you asked. We are going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're going to talk about some historic sites. We're going to take you to the highlights of everything about Denver. We're going to have fun. We're going to entertain you and hopefully give you a little bit more of an education about Denver, even though you may have lived in Colorado for quite a long time.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And this tour is good for all ages?
It's good for all ages. It's called the Best of Denver Tour. We are Best Tours of Denver. So we have a lot of bests in there, so we have to really stand up to the name and make it really good.
All right, let's go on the best tour ever.
Yeah, let's do it. So this is where our mayor's office is still to this day. And of course, our governor's office is right across the street of the state capitol. Probably the most historically significant home in the city of Denver. It's the home to two of our founding fathers of Denver and of Colorado. This is the largest art museum between Chicago and the West Coast.
All right, Bill, so tell us, how long have you been doing these tours of Denver?
I have been doing this for 9 years. This is our 9th anniversary and loving every minute of it. It's just quite enjoyable. Been a good 9 years.
Yeah, well, you're definitely passionate about Colorado and our history in Denver, and you know a lot of wonderful things that you share with your guests, which is great.
Well, come to find out, I didn't even realize that it doesn't seem like work. It seems like fun to me because you're educating people, meeting new people from all over the world, and you're entertaining people, which is something I like to do. So it's kind of a beneficial thing for me as well.
Yes, for sure. So in addition to the walking tours, you also do other tours.
Yes, we do several walking tours, some haunted tours, some history tours, but we also just started doing a bus tour, a city bus tour, which seems to be going over very well. It's about an hour and a half. So it's very short, very efficient. You get to see a lot about Denver, and then they get to eat lunch afterwards. That's not on us, that's there on their own, but everybody likes to eat afterwards, so that's always good.
Yeah, so really anybody could take this tour. They could walk, they could ride. So it kind of caters to any and everybody.
Which is why we got the bus, because we wanted to be able to serve all the customers, no matter what their tastes are, no matter what their mobility is.
Yeah.
We wanted to be able to help everybody.
Yeah, so that's so great. So
yes,
everybody should come take a tour with you.
Oh, I hope so. Please do.
What prompted you to become a Denver tour guide?
Very good question. And I'll give you maybe a slightly long answer, but it is the full answer. I've always been interested in history. I've always had a passion for it. I've just been a local person walking around telling my family about history, and come to find out they didn't care so much about it. So I needed an audience. No, that is not really the reason why, but I love tours myself, and I love history, like I just said. But when I got to the point, I had been in the jewelry business for about 37 years, managing jewelry stores, and I loved it, but I was getting very tired of standing all the time. And I also decided to go back to school and get my bachelor's, and then I got my master's. And when I was getting my master's, I thought, I want to give myself a break and not work so many hours full-time and go to school full-time. So I cut back at my permanent job, and I started this tour company as a way to supplement my income. And I had never intended to do it full-time, but by the time I graduated from Regis University, the tour company was very popular, and I had to come to the crossroads and make the decision.
Which one?
Instead of doing what I was trained to do, I'm going to do this, and it'll be more fun, and I won't be working for somebody else. So that's how it all started.
So, well, thank you again so much for your time and your talents today, walking my family and I around Denver and sharing all the amazing stories with us. We really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me. I enjoyed you and your family, and I enjoyed this experience.
The most incredible day walking around downtown Denver. Thank you to Bill and the Best Tours of Denver for giving us the best tour of Denver. I'm Rachel Folger, and this is The American Dream, Selling Colorado.